God. This is the worst thing that could possibly happen. I don't know, what did I just watch today? What did I just watch tonight? It's a freaking joke. And now the Leafs are not in a playoff spot. Ottawa moves forward, but not the Leafs. Now the Leafs are on the verge of selling pieces. It's just unbelievable. Three straight losses in a row post-Olympics. It's just completely and utterly bull tonight. And tonight was a prime example of what happened. Leafs lose 5-2 to the Ottawa Senators. They get destroyed by Ottawa. They get their butts kicked by Ottawa. And it's just completely and utterly 100% bull that the Leafs come out of the Olympic break and they're 0-3 post-Olympics. 0-3. How does this happen all of a sudden? These are riding on a 3-game win streak before the Olympic break, and now it comes crashing down because the Leafs aren't good enough. It's just unacceptable. 100% bull at this point. I don't have any words about this game. I really do not have any words about tonight. Tonight was supposed to be a time where the Leafs can, bounce back after 2 losses to Tampa Bay and those Florida frauds. But it doesn't happen because it's the NHL. And we only want to see the Leafs crumble. Because that's what they did. And tonight was not fun. It was horrible. Horrible. So let's just get to the game. So first let's start with the goaltending. Start Joseph Woll. Leafs start Joseph Woll. Who starts in for the Senators? Linus Ullmark. Now we keep going. Okay, now let's get to the game. First period of the game. Oh boy. It was a tight contested game. I mean, it was a lot. Because Leafs, don't get a power play goal, but they score from a defenseman, Morgan Riley. He scores. It's 1-0 Toronto. It's a good thing. The good guys strike first. But then not long after, Thomas Chabot responds back, and the game's tied at 1. The game is tied at 1. That's not good. Then, meanwhile, in the second period, it got worse. It got really worse. Because not only did the Leafs crumble, they let in a total of 4 goals. 4 unanswered goals in the second period. In the second period, mind you. In the second period. I don't understand. You give up 4 goals. 4 goals. In the second period. It's just ridiculous. First off, we had opportunities to try and do what we gotta do. Made some saves there and there, but it was Dylan Cousins that scores. The Sens take a 2-1 lead. The bad guys take a 2-1 lead. And then, to add further insult, Drake Batherson scores. It is 3-1 Ottawa. But then William Nylander responds back with a goal to make it close. It is 3-2 Senators. Alright, things are getting back to normal. Nope. Instead, we were too lazy. We go MIA, AFK on defense. And Drake Batherson scores again. It is 4-2 Senators. Then Leafs try to challenge the play for I don't know what we were trying to challenge. I believe it's like a stoppage or something. I don't know. Maybe it was offside. Surely enough, it was onside. So they counted a goal. Oh, wow. Oh, freaking wow. So now the Leafs go on the penalty kill. And Dylan Cousins strikes again. It's 5-2 Leafs. The game was far over. They had to switch the goaltender from Joseph Woll to Anthony Stolarz. Yeah, he did a good job, but the damage was already done. It's already done. The game was over. And you can hear Leaf fans booing the Leafs, which shows to me that the team is just falling apart. And I don't like that. Like, for God's sakes, man. For God's sakes. How does this keep happening? How does this keep happening? When the Leafs, when I want the Leafs to win, it goes against me this season. It went against me when the Leafs were in a wildcard spot. They were in a wildcard spot. But then when they lost to Utah, to Vegas, and they went on that 6-game losing streak, things crumbled. It's so bad that now Leafs try to go to make the playoffs to not even making the playoffs. It's ridiculous right now. And the fact that Ottawa is going to catch Boston, the fact that the Sabres are on a win streak, the fact they're good, and the fact that Detroit's on the rise and not Toronto is a joke. And tonight was an absolute joke of a game. Like, Leafs got pummeled by 3 goals. 3. By 3. It's not funny. It's actually BS that my team got destroyed by the Senators. Leafs don't deserve to get destroyed by the Senators, and here we are, losing to Ottawa yet again. For the first time since March 2025, last season, when the Leafs were first place in the division. They won the Atlantic Division. Not in this case. I don't find it funny. I find this to be completely bullcrap. Because now the Leafs have lost 3 games in a row. They're dead last in the Atlantic Division. And now people are just talking, oh, Leafs got to sell the deadline. I don't blame them, but I don't feel like Leafs deserve to sell the deadline. But most importantly, I'm going to say this. Tonight was inexcusable, completely bull. The Leafs did not deserve to get destroyed by the Ottawa Senators tonight. Not to the little bro of Ontario. Not to those bad guys. And yet, the Senators just outplayed the Leafs because they were playing fast while the Leafs were dumping the puck and playing slow. That's some crap, man. Absolute crap. It's like every time it's the same thing. Trying to get something. Like, for God's sakes, man. For God's sakes. Why does this keep happening? Why do I see why do I see my team lose 3 games in a row in the month of February? They've won 3 games in a row. To the Canucks, to the Oilers, and the Flames. Now the Leafs have lost 3 in a row. You go back to the game against Tampa Bay. I'm not going to go off on the Tampa Bay game because that game was so bad. Because you're playing against a good Tampa Bay team, and I'm not going to give them a lot of hate. It could have been a lot worse if those 2 goals counted. Having the Leafs not challenged to play. But they couldn't get the job done. They couldn't solve out Jay Vasilevsky. The Panthers game was even worse because the Leafs got mopped by those 2-time Stanley Cup champions and those fraudulent Panthers who keep skating by every time. And they destroyed my Leafs. Now, Leafs get destroyed by the Panthers. Oh, excuse me, wrong game. That was Thursday. Now the Leafs get destroyed by the Senators, who are desperately trying to make the playoffs. It is completely, 100%, unbelievably bad to see my team lost. Oh my God. Now I had 1 bad week this month of February. I had 1 bad week. 1. Now I'm gonna have a bad weekend because not only did the Leafs lose, the Sens won, the Habs won, the Sabres won, and the Oilers lost. That's just ridiculous. So all it's just the NHL just wants to see the Leafs crumble because that's what they want to do. So it's always